So, moving on from there, we go over to Kasha.
Chad, if you can hear my ASMR, let me know. I try to make it so you can't, but I want to listen to my ASMR. Anyways.
Sweet.
I haven't put on any form of musical accompaniment, so if you guys want that, just let me know as well. I
Listen, the
had
voices
just kind
can't.
of silence for now.
I just have mine on because the voices can't talk if there's an actual voice in my ears.
Fair. That
There
could
is,
be very distracting.
there is called
Mhm.
Sakura.
No, it's fine. No, like it's hard to explain. ADHD brain needs normally two voices.
Ah, okay. Um, say let me do this real quick. Real quick.
Okay, I cannot hear it.
Thank you.
And just ignore the fact that somebody just subscribed with a name that you don't know.
Somebody what?
I may have subscribed, and I realized that this is my old personal account, and when I say old, I mean old. So just ignore it.
Yeah.
I put in a secondary test balance just because we still don't have a dedicated way of just adding things.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I'll name it oil body for Bowen, and then I'll leave it alone for you to uh, touch and fold as you will.
Hmm.
Okay, so Kasha,
Mhm.
your night slash beginning of day was a myriad of things, from a small uh, stealthy heist to, I guess, a pretty regular, if not sort of out of your norm per se, placement in a temporary lodging of a hotel, and finally, basically jumping yourself into a syndicate of sorts that started off as just a job for some very, I guess, terrorist like, terrorist adjacent individuals.
Mhm.
And so, throughout all of that, I just need to know the singular focus you had on your mind from the previous night to where you are right now, which, when we get to you, will be uh, in an area behind the uh, city hall.
Mhm. Um, I want to
The
say probably
primary focus that you had.
the I want to say her primary focus was probably try not to do something stupid so that she got all of her friends killed. Basically, oh, hang on, I'm trying to remember exactly everything that I did the last time we. It's been a while. Um,
It's all good. It's all good.
um, yeah, basically like keeping a cool head and like not trying to like mess up on this whole. How do I want to word that? The whole transaction she just had. Yeah, that sounds about right. Um,
Mhm.
so that there was no way that anyone would be coming into danger aside from her, because she'd rather herself get into danger than them.
Okay. And by everyone else, you mean specifically the little one and the pearl, or
Yep.
all of your intended individuals? Okay.
Like yeah, specifically for the little girl and the street rat. Um, uh, like as a in a whole, everybody like Bowen, Yuka, everybody, but mostly them because they had nothing to do with any of this. She just found them on the street and she's like, "You're mine now." Fuck, that means I got to take care of you.
Okay. So for you,
Mhm.
uh, the technique that you will be donning, that kind of just is something that was formulating in your mind and manifests itself in just an idea that you might have had on the ride there.
Mhm.
And this technique is called shelter. It's going to be another earthbendy technique.
Okay. Let's see. Where would I find that?
Would it?
Mhm.
I have to throw it there. Hold on.
Okay.
It's all good. It's all good. All right, you'll notice that there are two readies. One of those readies is going to go bye-bye.
There we go.
Take that off of basic. Thing off of basic, it allows me to do a thing known as setting it to whether it's. Oh no, that's good. It's just outside the sheet. So that will be a learned thing that you now have.
Mhm.
And basically, what this ability will do for you is you create this, however, proportioned dome, but you create this dome of uh, earth that's around you, and it can fit up to about 5 people currently at max.
Mhm.
And it lasts for as long as you are able to concentrate.
Cool.
Arr.
Feel what's around like little slot machine notations for broken things that have new purpose. Toshiko.
Arr. Hiya.
I will
Your
spirit
oh,
backwards. Sorry.
okay. Your new living accommodations are something that are vastly outside of your norm and your wheelhouse.
Comfortable even, perhaps.
Indeed.
So true.
At this point in time, as you're kind of fighting for your own solidified independence, but realizing that many of the skills and abilities that you see, people like Chaha or Yuka utilizing, you don't possess because you've lived a life that is vastly in luxury, but also in a more rigid background.
Right.
So, with that, and with this newfound freedom, but also a uh, pendulum that hangs over your head, a not so much threat, but a promise, an aggressive promise made by your father that should you be unable to provide for yourself within the span of, did I say a week or did I say a month?
It was a month.
Within the span of a month, that he would pluck you from wherever you landed and you would forever be within the halls of your home. As all of that fidgets around your mental state, emotionally, where are you?
I wouldn't say generally angry, but frustrated at how little I'm able to do anything at all. going from some place that I know vaguely what to do. I know that I'm able to walk around the mansion, do this, do this, do this, and then be done with wherever I am, and be confident enough that the servants will listen to me. They respect me, if not from actual respect or from dignity, station, however. And then going to nothing. It's frustrating that I can't do anything for myself. And that I must relearn basically everything that I've been told. So my feelings are mostly anger, frustration, fear
Okay.
that my father's gonna come rushing back in.
Yeah. All right. So, as all of that coalesces within you, and as your body is immediately ejected into another strange environment almost instantaneously, as you traverse the material world as it is into the spiritual realm. It all finally comes to a head. And in there, you are in the middle of this feeling, and it finally boils over. You gain fury.
Er,
Yes.
fury.
Well, let us drag that over for you.
Oh yeah, put that in
A lot
this
of dragging happening today.
Oh, yeah.
dragon.
Unfortunately, we can't just create things around here.
Coco?
Cool.
I heard that.
Yeah, I heard that too, Coco.
No, come on, hold on. It was
That has
kosher,
been
I swear.
done.
It was kosher, I swear.
I will choose to believe you.
You should not. I am maybe the most untrustable person here.
How could you lie to me like this?
I mean, I did just tell you the truth, so.
You did. You know what? I'll believe you anyway.
Okay.
So when you are in the emotional state of angry, this roll will occur where you give me a roll of passion. And
Oh, passion.
Oh, passion.
God.
if oh what?
Me and Coco are just a hive mind. Don't mind us.
Okay. Whenever you are in this state, you will give me a roll of passion, and you will, on a hit, or a critical hit of sorts, you will be in a focused state of fury, able to maintain your composure, as it were, and all of your firebending techniques will have an additional damage to the fatigue of whoever you're fighting. However, should you fail the passion roll, you will lash out to whomever is in striking range, be it from a means of physically attacking them, verbally attacking them, all of that stuff. You will be dead set on seeing some sort of reparation. But whatever takes place in that moment occurs the way that you intended or not, after that particular scene, you will lose the angry state and shift into guilt.
See.
Put that down for you.
Thank you. silly.
A little.
Hold on, now. Let's not insult me now.
All good.
Get away from me, microphone.
It just wants to get a little closer.
Yeah, I just don't want it to I don't want you guys to hear my sweet whispers or my breathing.
Fair,
breathe.
fair. Yeah, it's a miss. There we go.
What, are you back yet? Uh-oh.
I hope he's
No,
still
we're not.
away and not sleeping.
Yeah, same.
Didn't he say he was gonna be right back?
Yeah,
Who
we're
wants
just
to
hoping
restart?
he didn't fall asleep.
Oh, welcome back. No, didn't work.
Ball?
Didn't work.
Effort, ball.
I
League of-
tried.
League of Legends?
Tried to time it.
League? Woo.
Cheese, beer,
It's not the
wine.
sound of something pinging. Cool. Let me know if you see everything as it is.
As our Lord and Savior Betty Crocker intended.
Good, good. What? Never mind.
What?
I don't need to know. I don't need to know. I will do the same for shelter and oil body, just in case the descriptions haven't been changed yet. But before we do that, Yuka.
Yes.
So, besides everything that happened,
I
that night
killed
that
a
you went to go
man.
and rescue Chaha, you did. You absolutely did. At that point in time, there was a vast ocean of emotions. But the next day, and after essentially trying to nurse the avatar back to health, which took the majority of the day, leading up into basically being whisked away into the spirit world, you had a very specific bone to pick with the world at large, and maybe yourself. At this point in time, is that still true?
I mean, she wants to try to help, if this is the Avatar, fix the place where she's at. So she's a bone to pick with everybody and how they treat others, and like the world's a mess and it needs to be fixed, kind of deal.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Oh, welcome back.
He didn't go to sleep.
No.
So it would just be, though she's mad at herself, it would be like she wouldn't have had to do that if she could help fix everything.
And so at this point, you would say that you are hard focused on fixing things, making
Mm-hmm.
them right.
At least finding balance. She knows that the world was never going to be perfect, but there's so much of a big gap of, rich people where she is, at least rich people and the poor, and there's no like in between. It just seems it's a lot of really rich or really poor. Like no one treats anybody like a human anymore. That's kind of her thing. She just wants people to like treat others as they should, not just as objects or things.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So the culmination of every one of those singular thoughts all mashed together is Riptide, which will be the technique that you will be partaking in, which will be another water bending technique.
Woohoo!
So, with this particular skill, uh, you would need a large concentration of water, but in having that space for yourself, you create this very reckless, raging current of water that floods through a specific direction,
Mm-hmm.
taking all in its clutches, spiraling down that way, for better or for worse.
Mm-hmm.
Um, as you summon this, you lose control of it after you've used it. So there's no there's no ability to bring rains back in once you've used this skill. But as a
So this is basically a big wave, and then I lose control of it after.
yes, it simply
Okay.
goes wherever it may.
Oh, good. Okay.
Right. Over here, look, there's a fly. It's somewhere. It's right there. I can't tell you how crazy that fly is right now. You should be looking at that fly. I think it's a problem.
Oh.
Fly.
Cursed fly. Why must you torture us all in this way?
You fly, don't bother me.
Are you gonna put it in my thing?
I absolutely did.
Okay, cool. Is it under moves or technique and training? Technique and
It
training.
is under
No. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
training.
Where'd you put mine? I can't find it.
Would you like to add the description on your own, or would you like me to do it?
I'm gonna let you do it.
Okay.
Where'd you put mine, Soccer? I can't find it.
It should also be in techniques and training, training and
Okay.
techniques.
I see that there's 2 strike actions. Maybe mine just hasn't updated yet. Hold on. Maybe I'm.
Yeah, it should be listed as Fury.
Oh, I see it. There's just 2 strikes. Okay. Well, coconut used to.
Why are there two strikes?
I don't know. I don't know how this happened. I'm just so stupid.
No, don't feel
Why is
stupid.
this a
Coco.
series? No. It's probably maybe something was dragged over at some point, and now I have to choke slam it until it is back in the right place. So hold on.
I feel like it's a little bit unnecessary, but I'm not gonna stop you.
I deal in unnecessary as a point of common occurrence. It
Goodbye.
is not a good thing. Let me erase that for you.
use the bathroom real quick, friends. I'll be right back.
Mhm.
Okay. Saved. Rown about. Learned. Done. Okay. So we have you, you. I did not do shelter. Okay. Let me know if it went through successfully.
Yes.
Excellent. For the hottest moment when I was doing all this, just for a brief second, I was like,
Mhm.
everybody has a different element. And I was like, no, there are in fact two earthbenders
Mhm,
in this
mhm.
group.
Yes, we have no airbender.
There's no air. It's
Mm.
cool. We don't need oxygen where we're going anyway, okay?
I don't believe you.
That is the correct form of thought.
Chat, I know you can't see. Do not panic. I've run out of disk space on this PC, so I'm like trying to fix everything.
Oh,
I'm sure it's because I have a shit ton of videos.
I'm back.
Welcome back. There you go, chat.
there we go. Saved. So everybody has descriptions. They all look right.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, Captain.
Yeah.
Excellent. I love it. Okay. We had a myriad of other questions on the agenda and the itinerary, but I realized that by the end of them, you would all be gods among men.
Whoa.
And I was like, probably not what we intended to do. So we took it back a notch. We went over to one, just the one. Okay. So, everybody good to begin?
Yep.
Aye, Captain.
Chat, you don't see anything. Maybe I'm not ready.
Oh
What?
no.
It's
Let me know.
fucking. What is happening? What is this? It like opened up another. I was trying to uninstall something and it was like, here, have this web browser. Please reinstall it. Anyways, we're good now.
What?
We okay. Yeah. So we're gonna see this scene for but a moment, and then it will transform in the greatest hee hee ha ha into a different little scene.
Hee. Perhaps.
You will see something that, indeed, actually, you will see something that's a little weird. Don't pay too much mind to it. As I was making things and building buildings, I accidentally broke a thing that's super duper important,
Oh.
but not right now.
No.
It's cool. Honestly, you won't even notice. You won't even notice that it's happened like this because we have at our disposal some really great solutions that took place in the middle of all of that. So just don't worry about it, and we'll all be fine.
I'm a little
We'll all
worried
be
about
fine. Don't worry about it. So, as the three of you, starting with Yuka, Bowen, and Hoshiko, arrive in a massive, just giant green grove that has this pungent, very sweet smell that assaults all of your nostrils instantly coming here. And although you would expect some form of delirium as a lot of you were just yanked into this space, it is quite the opposite. It is putting you in a more stable state, at least physically. It is almost refreshing. As you look around, there is a sky, if you can call it that, but it's mostly a stream of colors and energy wafting from one area to the next. The longer that you stare, the harder it is to focus on any one particular color, and it all sort of blends together like you're looking at uh, clouds in a swirl at sunset. And reasserting your eyes to the ground, you are sort of moving through this vast wealth of vegetation and flowers that spring up and occasionally sort of slam into your face in a non what's the word, harmful way, I should say. They simply bounce off of the solidarity of your person and go this way or that, uh, bending with some unseen force. And you also see these small circular orbs of energy going this way and that, of varying colors, matching the sky to an extent. Some, as you all enter this area, linger next to you for a moment, just out of reach. But if any movement is made to look at them or to reach out a hand towards them, they are flitzing away at alarming speeds, zipping almost like bees.
Not the base!
No.
All the bees. But instead of buzzing, it is constant humming, a strange harmony that is collective along the entirety of these strange little wisps around the area. And as the energy around you becomes more like a floor level fog that just obscures anything below your knees, I would say, who amongst the three of you would you say is the best at the ancient art of smelling things? Like, just you have a good nose on you.
That's a great question.
Um,
No,
I mean,
You-
it's not something that you specifically would know about the other person, maybe, but just like as far as you are concerned, out of the three of you, which of you feels the most confident in your nostrils?
I feel like
Oh.
Yuka's nostrils would be shot from all the bad smells she smells all the time.
I feel like
Constantly being in Chaha's hut.
Yeah.
I feel like I would be. 'Cause I've smelled the nicest.
The
I haven't
finer
been
things in
assault-
life.
I haven't been assaulted by scents my life, or at least not me being.
You haven't
How's
lived
your
with the poor, you can say.
I couldn't think of her name. I couldn't think of my own character's name.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah?
Well, if we have
I'm hydrating.
if we have a confirmation on it being Hoshiko, I would say you are the first hit with this very sweet citrus smell.
It's a truth.
Mm-hmm. And it is coming from a strange golden glowing mushroom. A lot of mushrooms, actually.
A
That
lot of mushrooms in the year of our Lord.
yes, indeed.
Dang,
A patch of mushrooms, I should say, that are just growing out of a massive tree that as you're looking at the mushrooms and you're kind of drawn there by the smell, looking up, it's taking up the most residence here in this grove. It is the central point where all things kind of gather around. Before you have much of a chance to do anything about it, you take note of many things. The wood itself seems old and almost ancient. There is a spectral sheen to it. Its branches are thick and healthy. The leaves, although constantly descending from it, seem to be almost infinite. And also, it is looking back at you with a face that is coming from the center.
The
its
tree
being.
that's growing mushrooms out of it is looking at me with a face.
Yes.
oh my.
that's not creepy at all.
How quickly do I notice his face when I'm like sniffing these mushrooms?
It is the last thing you take notice of
What?
after examining
Oh.
this tree. So you're getting close enough because the sweet smell is just kind of pulling you forward. It's something that you haven't experienced
Mushroom
before.
Hmm.
Sweet
Mushroom
mushroom smell. And you're maybe like 4 feet away from the tree at this point in time as you kind of look up and it looks down.
Whoa.
Uh,
Oh. Hello.
it looks at you. It makes no motions of a sound. It has no mouth, only eyes, and what looks like a branch that's not as massive or protruding in some direction as the rest pointing forward to indicate a nose. It looks at you in a way that you can't quite get a read on its state of being until a root very kindly and gently dusts your shoulder, knocking off a bit of spores that have just sort of culminated right there from the golden mushrooms.
Oh, thank you. I noticed you don't have a mouth. Do you have ears though? Can you hear me?
It taps you again on the shoulder.
I should have been a little bit more specific. Tap me on this shoulder and I point to my right shoulder if you can hear me.
It does so. In fact, as you do that, it taps on the right shoulders of all three of you.
So you can hear all of us. Yeah. Wait, can you hear our thoughts?
Did you think that or say it?
I said it, but I'm gonna think, if you can hear this, tap me on the head. And I could raise my eyebrows at it.
You don't see the root that was tapping on the shoulder, but something does tap you on the head.
Oh,
The leaf just kind of descends and is now resting on your head.
I see. And I would say, was this you? Is this your leaf? I mean, I know it's probably your leaf, but did you do this on purpose? If so, tap on the shoulder.
It taps again in a much more excited motion, which causes you to dip for a moment and lose your footing for just a second as you catch
Ooh.
yourself.
Why then? This is so weird. I've never seen a tree with eyes before. Pretty neat. So
Mhm.
kind of crazy down here, huh? I mean, I've never been here before. You
Two of its branches it shrugs.
are you a fan of this place? You come here often, maybe? I don't know why I asked that. You can't
just
move,
asked
can you?
if it came
Yeah.
here often.
Why am I in charge here?
Chosen. You're the druid.
Well, friend tree, if I may call you a friend. We are just friendly travelers here to cause you no harm, I'm sure.
So you say that, and you realize that the three of you came here, brought by the unnamed, possibly Avatar. You realize that she's not with you. She hasn't been, as you kind of been moving around in this circular area. Do any of you look for her as Hoshiko is engaged in conversation with the mighty tree?
I'm just watching this conversation happen, kind of laughing at the funny awkwardness.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Kasha ain't taking her eyes off the little mushroom things with a face like, I've seen some things in my life.
Drugs.
You are weird.
Oh my sweet Himalayan sea salt. Kasha.
Mm-hmm.
I think that this would be very not great for you as far as experiences are going through, as You were not an intended target of this particular thing, yet your
Oh, no.
spirit was pulled here anyway. As you kind of come into the realization that you are very translucent as you look at the three far ahead of you, engaging with the forest and looking at your hands, at your arms, your legs, your torso, you realize, yeah, you can see through yourself and all the trees around you and the various forms of grass that are just kind of like this way and that way splayed out at your feet.
Gosh, just going through a drug trip. Like, did I die? Am I dead?
It falls on deaf ears as no one hears you saying this, even though you are not too
Oh,
far
shit.
behind them.
Just like I did die. Oh no.
We'll walk it back to how that happened. No, you didn't. As far as you are concerned, possibly you don't know. It's all very weird, as I will mention once more. However, you can hear everything that's going on and interact with the world around you at the moment as you're moving through here. The grass is bending as if to indicate that your weight is being considered as you move through the brush of grass or the blades of grass.
Mm-hmm.
However, unable the rest of the group is to hear you. The other entities here very much do see you, and you have an orbiting series of spheres of varying colors just kind of around your temple.
Mm-hmm.
Far enough to feel a sort of warm glow emanating from a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would say if Bowen is just enjoying this beautiful tree talk between Hoshiko and the Great Oak, the one and the only.
The great, I like the Great Oak. That's a good name.
Great Oak. I mean, it has an oaky nature to it. It's not maple. It's not mahogany. It's just oak.
Mahogany.
That is mahogany.
Yuka. Are you in the same boat, simply letting this play out, or are you more mission focused, looking for the person who brought you here? Oh no.
Oh no.
Did we Straw?
Yeah,
Did you, oh, there you go.
Oh.
I didn't hear my
Everyone
name.
fell
My
asleep.
bad.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Okay, so just to catch up to speed, Bowen is simply having the time of his life watching Hoshiko have conversation with Tree.
Mm-hmm.
Kasha's here, but you don't know she's here. None of you know she's here.
Okay.
And she's being indoctrinated by spirits.
Oh.
Meanwhile, the avatar that she came here with is not here
God damn
in
it.
this particular spot. And so I wanted to know if you're looking around for her, or you just kind of vibing with everything going on.
Nah, if you try to look for her, because we are going to be lost in here without the avatar.
Okay. In that regard, you can give me what will be, quite possibly, the first roll of this particular session.
Woohoo!
The gasp.
Oh yeah. Le gasp. Assess the situation in your moves.
Like, yes, like, is that a move or is that a... Nope,
Just a
nope.
move.
There we go. Do I get any bonuses or anything?
No.
Okay. Yeet. I got a 5.
As you kind of look around for the avatar, because that's super important in not getting lost in the what you can only imagine the vastness of the spirit realm.
I'm the wrong character. If I was Eva, this would be easy.
uh,
Suddenly
you-
a white werewolf comes out of nowhere.
No, close though. Something does come out of nowhere, which distracts you from looking for the avatar. As you see this, um, is it called what I think it is? You know what? I'm not gonna chance it. We're going over here. We're going over here, and I'm gonna make doubly certain that I know what the hell you're called. Hold, please.
No,
Whatever you must hold on to, simply hold, please.
I will not.
No, we're not doing Jeopardy.
I want some more orange chicken.
Orang.
Chicken.
Do it.
It's too late at night.
You can't do it. And I'm sorry for this. Where are you?
And I'm so
I'm so
sorry.
sorry.
God
What?
told you we're just a hive mind at this point.
I have the same
I love
fucking
it.
brain cell.
We've been around each other too long.
Leave my
We've
brain.
been friends long enough for Persona 3 Reload to come out.
Be merciful.
We've been friends so long, both of our favorite games got remade.
Yep.
Yo.
Salto 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Cool.
Yeah.
It took a
Yeah.
moment. All right. It just took a moment. You see this massive panda.
Oh.
What?
Yes. A large, oddly six-limbed panda.
Uh-huh.
As it stares at you.
He looked at
And you
me.
at it.
And I looked at
I
him.
looked at him.
And he looked at me. And I looked at him.
The panda then goes into a closet made out of wood. And that is the end of the story.
Yeah, panda turns away.
The panda's just like, nope, that's not my song. That's not my song. You-
Not my son. Anyway.
You see this panda just kind of staring at you quizzically. From a point of what you feel at first is just simple curiosity to full on judgment, as if deeming something out of you. And then for but a brief second, it sniffs the air, taking note of the rest next to you, carries on.
Oh.
And it distracts you long enough to realize that you were looking for the avatar and then you just kind of forgot.
You know.
You have the ability to give me. We're going to just say that focus is definitely something that would allow you some sort of insight into things that people know, knowledge-wise, that may have been passed on to generations that wanted to know about the spirit world. Because, it's not like it's a thing people believe is like a made-up place. People know that it exists, and in certain regions of the world, it's still very much as intertwined with the rest of everything else going on. But that's a whole bunch of other problems for an entirely different group of people to do in a different story. That being said, you can give me focused, any of you, after seeing that out of the corner of your eye. Probably not Hoshiko, who's still trying to get the
Trans.
laydown of the land.
Trying to, I don't know, just get like the biggest
Yeah.
information that I can from this tree through like charades.
It's just simple charade investigation. The rest of you can give me focus to see if you remember anything about a panda being in the spirit world.
Well, they don't run into a certain one. I'm good.
It might, in fact, be a certain one.
Focus, that's what we're rolling. My brain's here, I swear.
It's
Okay.
okay.
Yeet.
I'll
If
never believe you that
we
Toad.
get to a point where
Woo!
tired beats. Oh, nice. Tired beats brain.
story.
We can end.
Tori has gotten like maybe 6 hours of sleep this entirety week.
The entire week.
Yeah, I've been suffering from
Oh.
insomnia bad. But I think my
Yo,
body's at the
same.
point of exhaustion that it just wants to pass out now. So, we'll see though. Every time I've hit the fucking bed, it's gone, no, fuck you. Wake back up, samurai. We got shit to do.
Very much feel that. The body is mischievous and bipolar all at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So true.
So, hilariously, that works out perfectly. That all of you would take notice of this, and Yuka, you kind of being right in front of it at the time. That particular panda was not a random, everyday panda, nor was it those. I don't think exist. Everything is an amalgamation at this point in my mind. There's no.
It's the
regular
panda
animals,
from
just
JJK.
Oh,
This is not Jujutsu Kaisen. I swear to you. It is a guardian spirit of the forest, known as Heibai.
Guardian?
Oh,
Yes,
I remember
Name-
Hey, hey, bye.
Hey, bye.
it is the very same Heibai.
Hey, bye.
I don't even think we're really supposed to be here. I don't know if it's a good thing that we're running into these things.
It may not be.
Avatar kind of kidnapped us and then dead. Like a bitch.
You know what? Sometimes it'd be that way.
I will say on that full hit, another thing that you take into account
If I
besides the
see a
Heibai-
mask, I'm running.
No,
Oh.
you don't see any.
That's who
particular
I'm
mask.
scared about running into.
Yeah.
I ain't running into that multi-face motherfucker.
Don't worry, we have that still in store, but you haven't gone far enough in the spirit world for that.
I ain't trading no faces.
Whoa.
Scary things aside, as you are all kind of realizing that this entity was in fact Heibai, Yuka, in the corner of your vision, you take note of something moving, another thing, a sort of shape at first, moving through the incredibly long and thick grass and all of its varying blades. It is the shape of a person.
Quick, someone
wading
hand me a
through-
pow ball.
No, you can't capture that person. Wrong game.
Whoa.
You eventually see the Avatar lookalike. Eventually, she will have a name.
Nah, it's just Avatar look
Either
like.
either through remembering it of her own volition, or through one of you giving her one and then remembering it of her own volition. I don't think anybody has really kind of put that question in front past when you all first saw her. So we'll just kind
Listen,
of put that off.
the
in
moment we
thoughts.
from the moment we first saw this bitch, it has been a thing after another, after another, after another.
I think she's been
Mhm.
passed out 90% of
Yes.
our interactions.
Yeah.
It's,
She's actually Sleeping Beauty this whole time. I'm sorry.
Ah, shit.
So if Yuka sees Avatar, mini Avatar, whatever the fuck we're gonna call her, she's just gonna yell, "Oh hey, you can't just leave us here. We don't know what we're doing."
You can't bark
Uh,
there.
Hood kind of coming down as she moves the last bits of grass out of her way. I am so sorry. I intended for us to all be together when we got here, but I realized as I looked behind me and in front of me and to the sides of me that none of you were there, and so I've been looking for you for a little bit. Time kind
Oh.
of moves weird here, so
We saw the panda.
I don't know. She stops for a moment. Oh, that's fine. You didn't do anything, right?
Nah, just walk by.
Okay, cool. That's great. Okay. She just kind of sweat that was just frozen on her forehead for a moment as you said that. Just kind of wipes away.
Hey, I ain't gonna touch crap here unless you point. Nope, this is your world. I don't know anything about anything.
We
I
just
can't.
have to be really careful.
Like I
right?
say, I don't know about these three, but I ain't touching shit. I've read enough books about the Avatar and the weird spirit world shit that I've heard.
Um, as you mention that, you see as you motion over to the other two, you take note again of the fact that Hoshiko is still deeply into conversation with the tree. The tree is now playing a series of games where there's multiple branches, and all of them are tapping on one or the other side of her shoulder to give her answers that are as vague as they could possibly be, no matter how specific she is.
She's just gonna look at the mini Avatar, and you might want to say Hoshiko. I think she's in a mind game with a tree.
She very immediately lunges from where she is to go to Hoshiko. At this point in time, no one has really noticed it, but the fact that Hoshiko's still interacting with this tree has been less of an investigation, and from everyone else's perspective, this game of charades has evolved into just a game in general, without Hoshiko realizing it. And a series of roots have been wrapping and moving around and dancing around her legs this entire time.
Oh.
Whoa there. Gotta be a little bit more specific there. There can be very different things that are happening in this.
I think you're about to get eaten by a tree.
I don't
might
know
be a
which
reach. It's fine. As it opens its woody maw to you, before that ever occurs, there is a jolt to your right shoulder, Hoshiko, as you realize that's not the root of the tree, but a hand.
A whole
as
ass
you look
avatar.
over to the avatar, she
Oh,
very quickly puts an arm around your waist and
Oh.
yoinks
whoa
you
there.
upwards.
Ho.
And you realize now that there's a tug trying to pull you back. As you look down, you now notice that there are various roots wrapped around your legs, with a much fiercer pull and another hand, a free hand, basically emanating a small ember towards the roots themselves. They retract almost instinctively, and you are pulled free.
Reaver.
Please don't talk to anything. Just
I thought we had something, Treever.
general rule of thumb. As she looks back from you to the tree, it's not his name.
It's not his name.
He kind of just pulls you back just a bit and motions for Yuka to come over as the three of you are here. Technically, the four of you. A series of stumps that were not there, kind of hidden by the various blades of grass, respond to the touch of the avatar as they move aside, and it becomes more of a smaller patch, almost like a grassy field. The sweet smell that lured you in, Hoshiko, has abated, and it's still wafting through the air, but it's not as strong and potent as it was before. And you feel that your mind's a little bit more clear now that you're not as close to that tree. I would say, as you're all sitting down and the last to sit down after basically making sure the perimeter was as she left it, is the avatar, Kasha.
Mhm.
At this point in time, you have a very unorthodox halo above your head,
Oh,
and
lovely.
it is it is that sort of sensation, that sort of tingling sensation that one feels on their forehead when either something's above them or they're like air is being funneled up to that spot, and then you just it's something that you want to bat away or rub to get to go away, but it stays and it lingers for a little bit longer.
Mhm.
Just the hairs on the top of your head just kind of wigging out to this for a moment. uh, you hear a voice.
Mhm.
It's muffled at first, but it sounds very vaguely familiar to you. I just need a brief rundown on all of the people that Kasha has not seen in many, 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 many years.
Oh, we're going down that road. We're going down that road, are we?
All
Okay.
people poisons
Possible.
forgotten.
Okay. The first ones that come to her mind would, or come to my mind, I mean, would be probably her mother and father. Her
Mm.
mother died when she was about 5 years old, so she doesn't fully remember her. Her father disowned her after she got thrown out of the steel mill. And then probably her older or her younger brother, who she felt more like a parent to than her actual parent. Hate it. I'm already hating
Okay.
this. Kasha's like, I really am dead, aren't I?
You hear one of those sets of people. Um, it's starting to become clearer and clearer as to who it is. The voice is masculine. And just as you're on the cusp of hearing who specifically is speaking to you, one of these uh, motes of light kind of wandering around you takes a much sharper form to that of a moth wasp.
Hmm.
And it buzzes and it moves in tandem with your vision, almost trying to draw it away from where you were starting to turn to look.
Mhm.
And as you stare at it long enough, the rest of these moth wasps that were just circling around you, creating these orbs of light, are all in your vision. Um, and they begin to dance in a very hypnotic kind of way.
Mhm.
I need you to give me harmony.
Harmony? Gotcha. A 9.
It was a 9?
Yep.
Excellent. They shift and they move and they sort of swarm around you, but it's never to a point that chokes off your sight or your breathing or anything of that nature. It's simply a very hypnotic dance that you start to lose interest in for a moment or two. And then you feel a nudge, just like a very burly shove against your shoulder.
Mhm.
Um, and as you look, there is nothing. There's just more trees, more grass, more flowers and mushrooms and things of that nature. And then it happens again. Same area. It's your right arm as it
Mhm.
is shoved again. Um, and the world around you starts to haze just a bit.
Either this is
Don't
one
worry.
big drug trip, or she's crossing that rainbow bridge.
We'll see in just a moment. As that's
Uh.
happening, your brain trying to find some way of stopping this is you can't move any further towards the group in front of you, and you can't move back because you feel as though turning around at this particular moment is something that you desperately want to avoid. Which leaves you with the left and the right to look at and what's before you.
Mhm.
As you do, your mind trying to resettle itself focuses on the conversation happening in front of you for as long as it can focus. As the haze continues and the shoving becomes not more violent, but more consistent.
Mhm.
So, moving back over to the three of you and the would be possibly maybe kind of, we're just going to say Avatar.
Perhaps.
At this point, we come back into the middle of her attempting to tell the three of you how she came to the spirit world to begin with, which she notes is by accident. Yeah, so I don't know the best way to go about this because it's still in pieces for me. I mean, I know my time spent here and the things that I've done in here, but how I first got here and things beyond that are still kind of hazy. Um, the last thing that I remember was that I was running from some people uh, that were handling gyms, kind of like the one that I saw uh, when I first met all of you, in the hands of, she kind of uh, snaps her fingers of trying to remember the name of Kasha. The bigger lady with the muscles, um, black hair. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Asha?
Yeah, is that her name?
Yes.
Yeah.
The one that
Okay.
has adopted a child?
Yeah, with the pearl and the kid.
Oh,
That's her.
yes, that one.
I,
Okay. Um, like the one that she had. Does she still have it, by the way? Do any of you have
Child? Or
that
the
gem? No, not the child. The
Mm.
the gem, the shiny crystally bit.
I don't know if I ever
think
had one.
so.
I think I don't remember her getting rid of it.
She still has. Okay. We will leave that for another time. Hopefully, we can get rid of that as soon as possible. Regardless, it was them smuggling gems somewhat like that. I wasn't able to see any of their faces because they were all wearing cloaks and masks. But I remember that I had caught them doing this, and I think I was calling out to alert others that this was happening. I don't know why, but every time I think back to it, there's this strong feeling of I had to, um, which kind of now is much more apparent after realizing what they were doing and what's inside of those gems. Um, but after coming to the realization that no one was coming fast enough and they were obviously very angry that I was doing this, I tried to get away, and I think I took some sort of rock or something heavy to the back of my head, and then everything beyond that went blank. I remember that there was, at least from one of them, always the smell of something burning is what comes back to my mind.
Hmm.
Also, as she uh, is looking around, do any of you hear that?
Hear what?
As you say,
I make a listen.
oh yeah. You won't even have to assess your situation for this one. Just give me focus.
All of us?
Aye, aye, Captain.
I would say that all of you are pretty focused individuals, maybe depending on how the rolls go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I see
There we
some
go.
9s, I see some 8s. I see some 11s. See
Really?
another 9, alright.
I thought I heard the 11.
So much focus.
We just don't miss right now. Okay, alright.
Don't worry, we will later when it counts.
No, 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 no.
We
No,
take
no, no.
these W's.
Well, the second thing that we're going to is the great heist with Kasha, so we'll see.
Yeah, I definitely don't need those full hits then.
So all of you can feel and hear the sound as you're sort of tuning into it now. Something heavy thudding through the forest floor. It is loud, and the sensation that you get is not one of fear, but adrenaline starts pumping regardless.
Oh boy.
Oh
Your
no.
body acting on its own is just immediately excited.
Oh.
There is a thudding again, and this time you all feel the vibration underneath your feet where you're sitting. You can see the tree lines beginning to move and shift out of the way to avoid whatever it is coming down the path. Various amalgamations of what should definitely be birds, but we won't call them that because it's definitely not what they are.
Mm-hmm,
And I will not name every single one of those creatures.
It's just a bird? Yeah, it just
Nope,
says
nope.
bird. No, it just making me think of the bear? Not a platypus bear? No, it just says bear. A bird? Yeah, it just says bird. Oh, okay.
Sometimes maybe they're just that. Maybe.
Maybe normal does exist too.
What is normal?
Listen, normal went out
Bird.
the window with lizard mouse and pheasant squirrel. Okay.
Generic bird.
As these flying entities move from the various trees, and the trees themselves begin to scoot out of the way. Whatever it is getting closer. Fully on high alert, the Avatar gets out of her stump seat, motioning for the rest of you to do so. Clearly not knowing whatever that is, despite knowing the surrounding well enough that everything kind of shifts and moves in tandem with her, and she has a sort of harmony with everything around in this grove, except for whatever that is.
Oh boy.
Yeah, what is everybody doing as that sound is getting closer and closer?
I'm gonna just follow the Avatar's lead on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna prepare for getting attacked. You know,
Stances of
prepare myself.
fighting.
Prepare myself for some fighting stance. Yeah.
Okay. Moving with the Avatar. What about you, Bowen?
Probably ready to defend myself.
Okay, so 2 stances of fighting and 1 that's just neutral until a gear needs to be shifted. Okay.
Like, she would
So,
be ready to fight, just she's taking the Avatar's lead on this one. Not really trying to.
Okay. So before whatever that is gets towards us, because I don't feel comfortable leading any of you anywhere else here, because where we are is kind of in a slightly dangerous intersection of varying things, and
Oh,
it would
joy.
be better to put you somewhere else if we were to move through this world. Um, we're just going to, as she sort of very gently taps to one of the blades of grass. We're just gonna hide here. Yeah. As she does so, it kind of fidgets to life and pushes upwards, becoming very tall grass yet again. And everybody be as quiet as you can possibly be.
Okay.
Of course, because I can't
you.
let you brew that in a way that you do nothing.
Right.
I'm gonna have all of you rely on your skills and training.
Oh no.
Oh
Stay
boy.
silent.
That's a move, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Am I?
I gotta
Ha!
find that. Hold on.
Ha ha!
No.
Am I still
and-
troubled?
At this particular moment in time, as you came into this grove, no, you are at peace, so you lose troubled.
Okay.
I'm probably still guilty, huh?
Where is skills and training?
I don't think you are at peace, but not in a sense that you've basically forgotten what you've
Mhm.
done. It's still there. I would say that as opposed to remaining guilty, remove that
Mm-hmm.
and simply between the lions. Oh my god. It's-
We gonna
oh
die.
god.
We should go to that.
One of us is not happy.
Uh, uh, okay. So, uh, I would I would say move from guilty to insecure.
Okay. Lisa gonna die. Lisa about to get bitch slapped by a panda.
We'll be fine. Cope.
You guys will be. I'm
The
about to
good
get
old
bitch slapped by a
snake
panda.
eyes. The
I
fuck
think-
you mean? I
Oh.
rolled 2
Kasha's got. Kasha's a little fucked too, I think, girl boss.
Yeah, but is Kasha? I thought Kasha was away. I'm confused.
No. So you guys can't see or hear me, but everything around, like in this area, can see and hear me.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
You've been
So I'm a ghost to you
spiritualized,
guys. I've been spiritualized. Yep.
but like not in the fun way.
Nope.
So Hoshiko, when given the instruction, you are a leaf in the wind at the moment. You've lowered yourself to the ground to enough to the point where you are interacting with all of the various insects of the spirit world and whatever else is just scurrying around in the tall grass. Completely hidden to what is above currently. That is now, as it makes its head known, through the tree line before it gets there, before that silhouette clears. So there is an immediate response, again, a very immediate bodily response from Yuka, Bowen, and Kasha, who is still kind of, at this point, I would say probably at this moment, Kasha, you're probably shoving against this invisible force that keeps shoving your right arm, maybe.
Yeah. I'm like, get the fuck away from me. Stop it.
That's making it really hard to go with the grain here as the avatar was intending. So it appears before you have time to even think about hiding in the tall grass that's still around you. And from Bowen and Yuka, what do you think would be how either of you would handle instinctually moving away in fear in a way that betrays what you're trying to do? Like you're not trying to hide at this point. As it gets closer and closer, whatever it is feels much more imposing than it did before. And the echoes of the avatar mentioning for you to simply stay put and hide become clearly she doesn't know what that is, and she may not know that it wants to kill all of us that are standing right here. So we need to be in a tree or running away or any of that stuff. What
You
goes
could
through
probably
both of
just
your minds?
you could just probably try to get up high if she's scared.
Okay. We're going for cat up a tree for Yuka. Uh
Mhm.
Bowen, what about you?
Probably putting on some earth armor as I'm going in the opposite direction.
Okay.
Advancing in the opposite direction.
You are not
Just
retreating.
tactically retreating.
You are advancing towards future victories.
It was a tactical retreat.
Yes.
Okay, so Yuka, you cartoon run up a tree that is just as startled that you're doing it as you are at whatever's coming. And by the time that you've gotten up it, you are basically uh sort of shimmied up to it and crouched in the tree line.
Mm-hmm.
Bowen, you get a distance in the direction opposite of where Yuko ran to get up a tree, and you're basically trying to zoom out of this grove before whatever comes gets here. Uh, and I would say, in tandem with all of this, uh, air blows Yuka off of the tree back
No.
onto the ground.
Well,
You're just
lighter than
one
I
fatigue.
thought.
It doesn't hurt a lot, but you did fall, and it's like, ow, the pain in my back is telling me otherwise. Um, but no head injuries, no concussions.
Woohoo.
Uh,
Good.
no head. Bowen, as you're running full tilt out of the grove into the mystique of the trees, you find yourself being thwacked back into the grove by what you can only assume is a tail, as this lumbering sort of log of flesh slams you uh, forward, or rather backwards, tumbling back near one of the stumps. But thankfully, thanks to your uh, earthen armor, you don't take much in the terms of fatigue. You take one as you kind of tumble and collide with Yuka. Um, However, as this happens, all of you manage to lock eyes with the head of this creature, this massive looking dragon.
Oh, fun.
Mm.
Oh.
This very mighty, imposing thing is, instead of scales, it's all of feathers. A very vibrant set of feathers that go in jagged, almost lightning-like lines that start off in red, yellow, uh, and blue, and then underneath its jawline is white. Its eyes are a very piercing orange that sort of sears through your own viewpoint to whatever's behind you and then some. And its horns are, I would say, more like very old and etched into uh, branches, almost in the same category as antlers, but not exactly the same. And it looks over the lot of you. There is a moment that everyone is frozen. Not literally. You can all still move, but you feel very inclined not to. And as this happens, Kasha.
Mhm.
The eyes looking over those who were kind of just out in the open, um, lock on with yours,
Mhm.
and there is one final push from your right that finally sends you tumbling off to the left. And as that happens, you uh, sort of instinctively move your hand to stop yourself from completely falling off to the left hand side and realize that you have basically fisted the interior of a van, just kind of pounded your fist into the side of it to keep yourself from falling over. As
Mhm.
you look around and you hear the sounds of cars in the distance, um, people talking, just the smell of a busy street wafting through your nostrils. And you look at uh, the big, almost wrestler like man, Sam, looking down towards you. Uh, I'm sorry. You fell asleep, and I figured that you would want to know that we've made it. He looks at your horrified expression mixed with possibly anger, maybe. Um, are you are you okay? Kind of just passed out for a while. Tried,
um.
calling out to you, nothing. Uh, Otto kind of made a shape of you with knives as you kind of look back over to your right and see that there's a perfect silhouette of you. Well, now less perfect as you've bent some of the metal of your just like a figure that you were sitting in. Um, yeah, you good? You ready?
um. Kasha's kind of like she's not hyperventilating, but she's definitely doing that like a like she's like you know the dreams where you fall or you think you're falling and you wake up and you're just like a D.
Oh
Your
yeah,
body
immediately. Yeah.
ceases. Okay. Did she had like one of those feelings where she's like, yeah, yeah, I'm fine. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay. Uh, and he looks at you for a moment as if trying to decide that you actually are all right, and shoves open the door. And as he does so, the first one very silently walking out uh, is the man that was at the right side of the guy with the wooden mask. And he is the first out. I will definitely give images and show things in just a moment, including a little nighttime rendezvous of sorts. But
Oh,
uh, beyond that, as you try to make sense of anything that just happened to you, Kasha,
Mhm.
um, there is the sensation that all of it was real as you look to one of your hands and you can see the wing, a singular wing of one of the moth wasps that were circling around you.
Oh, lovely.
However, as you re-engage with your physical body and realize you're no longer transparent and all of that wonderful jazz,
Mhm.
uh, you cannot lose the vision in your mind of that strange, uh, massive lizard-like creature.
Mhm. Got it.
So you,
Brilliant.
and so you step out. Um, as that takes place, you see before you this giant building, overly expensive building. City Hall's expenses just for crafting this large hotspot is you're just not sure how much they put in, but you're certain that it cost everyone else a pretty penny in the form of taxes to get this funded.
Mhm.
As you look upon it, it is a place that I would wager you didn't really circle around a lot when you were making your various paths here and there whenever you were doing unsavory jobs when you're still in that mindset and that life.
Mhm.
But this would be your first time seeing it. Let me grab this for you.
Mhm.
A beautiful place with beautiful people, but all want to kill you.
Beautiful.
It's just beautiful. Take my word for it already.
Mhm.
That we are in the right map before I tell you some silly stuff that is not true. Done it before, and I will do it again. Uh, indeed. I would like to say that the problem with having basically a full orchestra of maps is that sometimes I can forget
Mhm.
which one is which because I name them all the same thing just in case you decide to take a different route and you're just like, nah, screw this place. I want to go to a subway station because I felt like it. And I'm like, oh, well, I have that. It's a good thing that I still have that. Um, let me see here. Perfect. Excellent. Okay. Give me this. Put that. Drag it over here. This. The great color of magenta. And then tell me what all of you might be able to see once I finally show you it, of course.
Mhm.
Um, Oh no, I broke it.
Oh no.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's totally fine. I can fix this. Okay. Uh, okay. Perfect. Where is your body? There is your body. Can you see things?
As of right now, no. I'm still in the. I want to call that the astral plane, basically the spirit world looking place.
Okay, don't worry, don't worry. We're gonna drag everybody else's body there for a second, and then make you all ghosts, so you get to share in the sensation that we had Kasha going through.
Mhm.
Let me know if everybody loads in.
We're working on it. I see the loading bar.
Yeah, say I'm
Mhm.
loading slowly.
dear lord, this is like downloading a game and it gets
Right.
to 98% and then it just fucking crashes on you.
Hopefully it doesn't do that.
It didn't crash, but all I could see is like a half an inch around my body. I can only see like to my feet. That's it.
I can't see shit. I see your mouses though. Everything's dark for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's all I need to know. It's fine. Everything's fine. You're all fine.
I don't believe you.
No. This is the one. This is the one to believe. Definitely. Hey, Fog Machine. I need you to calm down. All right. I just need you to calm down just a little bit. Okay. Does anyone see
Oh,
anything
there we go.
now?
I don't see
I
shit.
see a whole ass place.
All black.
Excellent.
All
Everyone's like
around me
mouses.
is- Wait. Hello, darkness, my old
My old friend.
Well, you're not allowed to sing that. You could see.
Hello, Vision, my old friend. How about that?
Much better.
Absolutely love it. Okay. So at this point in time, it is this large rectangular building. Marble to the nines. There's marble on the pillars that keep the structure in place. There is a marble flooring that leads up the steps into the building. Currently, we're going to drag you to the back.
Oh,
That
not
is
the
where you
back rooms.
are.
I just got out.
No.
We're dragging you back to the back rooms.
No.
There we go. I would like to say that there's an inside to this beautiful place, but I need to drag you back actually. Hold on. So move your body right through that again. If you could be so kind as to move through that walkway up into it and see if you can get inside.
Let's-
You
the
can use the
attempted movement collides.
WASDs.
Fuck. I have a wall.
Oh, whoa.
Okay, so it's just a wall. Lovely. Okay, so I'm going to drag you all the way back. As long as you can electric slide, that's all I care about. Just gonna drag everybody else. Sometimes I would love it if I could just take you all and put you where you're supposed to be, but sometimes that does not work out the way that it is intended.
It's just not
And
how.
we just did. Yeah, go ahead.
It's just not as God as intended. And by God, I
It
mean
would seem
the computer.
the computer, indeed.
Computer overload.
Sometimes computer doesn't like us.
Yeah, so I
So-
still can't see anything.
You can't see anything?
No, it's all black still
If
for
Yeah,
me.
it's black for me too.
I haven't refreshed.
Yeah,
Okay, maybe if you refresh, because I can see through your token definitely. So it's not that. I would like to say that Foundry is a beautiful, fully working machine. Sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's
Uh-oh.
a horrible, rigid piece of garbage.
You good, Peach?
My sweet baby.
Just having a sneeze attack.
Nah.
Sneezing.
I
The
just
sneeze
saw,
fits.
I just saw my whole bed shake. I was like, uh-oh.
Earthquake.
She's just sneezing up a storm. Jesus Christ.
You good? I need to go get her nails trimmed.
Get her nails done, dude.
Yeah.
Still loading.
Let me know. Just let me know.
Let me know if that fixes for you or not. But I did literally refresh like 10 seconds before I said I couldn't see anything, so don't know if that'll fix it for me.
It might be a situation. Let me see your vision. See vision. Advanced colors. I might also try just excommunicating your token and then dragging you back in.
Oh.
There. Oh, now
You do
I
anything?
There we go. Now I can see.
Yeah.
Coconut, you as well. You can see.
I don't know.
Did you refresh your page?
I refreshed it and it's still loading in. So.
Okay.
We will find out. We will, in fact, mess around.
I
But I
am
will continue explaining things. You see?
I'm staring at nothing, but I am waiting patiently.
Okay.
Like a good girl, I swear. Yeah.
I will believe. I will believe. I don't see your little indication of a C. So you are, in fact, still on a loading screen, yet to be here. But we're gonna make Bowen invisible, and then when you finally get here, we'll make you invisible. Kasha.
Mm-hmm.
So at the moment, there is no one around, at least in this area. And anyone that was, you can kind of see the bodies of individuals unconscious for the
Mhm.
moment. Basically in a convenient dumpster off to the side. More than likely hefted and hauled over by Sam and put to sleep by Otto.
Mhm.
This particular moment in time, although we're in a much more zoomed out perspective, where some things are not entirely as they look. The area around here is much larger. There's not a street that is behind you, but more so a series of uh, buildings further away from you in this large. You would think, to put it into visual perspective, that area where various supplies are hauled in via truck to a warehouse or a yeah, I think warehouse is the best way, where there's just a rectangular slope and then various areas and lanes for things to be parked into and unloaded off of trucks.
Mhm.
And next to that is the building, the back entrance of City Hall. You can see already that there are various cameras off on sides that don't quite get this angle, and those that would be looking directly at you, just down upon you right now, have been disabled.
Oh, how convenient.
Not as convenient as you think, as you look above it and you see the skittering of a spider, and horrifyingly, the silhouette of the woman with pigtails, lab coat bellowing in the wind, standing on top of the building for City Hall as she looks at the lot of you. And you don't know what she uses for her teeth. It must be some incredible version of Listerine, but her teeth smile in the darkness with a shade of her silhouette in a very Cheshire kind of way before she scurries back into the shadows of the top of the building.
Kasha's gonna shiver for a second and just be like, God, I hate you so much.
That being said, as you look around, and you are in fact the one heading this particular uh, entry into the place, as you have a knack getting into places that you definitely shouldn't be. This being one of them. You see that there is not a back door to City Hall. There's not a little door that one would walk up and get into the place. The fire exit is probably just not on this area. Probably on the left or the right hand side of the building, but you are here in this area, this small little parking space. Sam has returned from hoisting bodies into a dumpster. Otto is leaning against the shade of the building, looking as edgy and cool as he can possibly think he is right now. And standing by your side, or rather, to an extent next to you, is you, the man I mentioned before, in a trench coat that would befit someone of an investigator's stature or a militaristic note. Drag his carcass. No, not that carcass.
Oh God, it's my father.
We drag your father into view so that he may be shown to the public,
Oh,
like an
no.
animal in a petting zoo.
That gives me anxiety for that. I feel like,
Right,
my
so
father would not be out of place there.
that scares me more.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's also. Imagine how I feel when he's not your father. It's scary. Also, I can see good. I can see
Excellent.
good now.
You will simply put some things out to pasture for the moment.
You gonna tell me about the rabbit? You gonna make me tell you about the rabbits?
Don't tell me about the rabbits.
Mhm.
I will eat them with or without the command.
I'm afraid of what that means.
Don't worry, it's fine.
Also,
Everything's
my
fine.
bunny ears are like,
Don't worry. If you've got two legs that you're walking on, and I can't catch you at any particular point, and you never slow down, you will not be eaten. That is my
You know
guarantee
that
to you.
like bet people make where it's like you could have $1 million, but a snail will follow you forever. I just feel like that's what soccer just threatened. Like you're
Yeah.
safe from me just as long as you keep moving.
As long as you keep
Tori's
perpetually
finger
walking.
for my toes, my bunny rabbit feeties. And
Lucky
if
feet.
and now I feel like I'm gonna be attacked if I give over my feet, because we're just gonna
Gonna
steal my feet. And then if I don't
just
have feet, I
steal
can't run
those
away.
thumpers.
My bumpers.
Don't worry, it won't steal your feet yet. Yet. No,
Yet?
wait. It won't steal your feet.
Wait a minute, wait.
That was simply a strange repentance that we don't need to get into. So, Kasha, as you see this man kind of just standing next to you, arms folded, just waiting for the next move that you intend, and they all are kind of looking to you for further instruction. How do you lead them? Also, do you remember what you're here for?
A little bit, but a refresher would help for chat.
Cool.
Definitely for chat.
For chat.
Just for chat.
So, just to clue you guys in, okay. So Kasha here was previous session,
On last
given
episode.
the yeah, on the very last episode of Avatar Legends Eclipse, Kasha had the wonderful idea to fully indoctrinate herself into an organization that
13.
one
Not again.
kidnapped the mayor, two attempted to assassinate a high valued member of the nobility here in Riptide City, and finally have made plans to abduct a number of spirit like gems from a sealed off container here in the central area, or rather a central vault within City Hall. Uh, Along with obtaining on the much more down low instructions separate to the rest of this mission to gain information via the mayor's main computer in his office. And so, with that, as we are here now, nice, completely closed off van ride down several streets that will never be named by me or any person here right now.
Hmm.
Here stands Kasha, about to pull off a heist that must be stealthy in its approach, but should things turn a page to the violent, will end in executing any and all witnesses on the scene, as well as getting rid of any information that would leave traces of them being here. So it's an all or nothing kind of mission. And no one is allowed to fail it. The instructions on what would happen should this gang of misbehaved individuals fail has been obscured. But given the individual who gave it, who had no qualms about completely decimating Hoshiko, Bowen, and Yuka in the very first episode that we ran, it is believed that it would not be good, whatever it is. That being said, as you stand here, Kasha, and this building is your ticket to wealth and riches untold should you succeed. What do you do to get in?
Oh shit! I didn't mean to touch that key on my computer. Anyway,
All good.
Let's see. You said the cameras are all conveniently disabled around all of us.
Yeah, just the ones in this immediate area have been disconnected.
I'd say Kasha would probably tell everyone, you know, we need to be quiet, we need to be stealthy, stay away from people's views, stay away from any camera's line of sight. So with that, no open door or no going through open doors, no windows. Let's all go through the loading dock and use it as cover, all the stuff that's around there.
So, as you're saying that, Otto looks to Sam. What she means to say is that you can't come with us. Stay with the van.
Yeah.
And he just kind of looks.
It's like, nothing against you. We're just going to need a getaway driver if things go south and we need to book it.
I have the most important job. I see. Okay.
Gosh, just like, God damn it. Exactly. Do not move.
He is stock still. You're not sure if he's breathing.
God damn it.
That being said, as you have a stone of a man behind you, and you've walked up to the building as it is, this back area that's just wall, and um, the area off to just a teetering edge to the left, the loading docking area for various vehicles.
Mhm.
There are no other forms of entry into this place besides that loading area, and besides the people that were taken away from the front area of it, inside is an entirely different deal. You're not sure what's inside of that area.
Mhm.
Do you proceed?
Yes.
Okay. Give me. I can't recall if I did that. Yes, I did. Okay, wonderful. Just had to make sure. Hit me with harmony.
Harmony. Eight.
You are the epitome of stealth at this particular moment.
Wow.
You tap into skills that you haven't had to use in a very long time, and it's very apparent for a moment, at least to you, not to anyone else, but that you are very out of practice to this sneaking around thing.
Mhm.
At least in this my life's on the line kind of situation.
Mhm.
So as you are about to turn the corner, I would gather that you're heading through the loading area, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. So as you're about to turn the corner to head inside, you see that it is packed with various completely sealed off packages. You're not sure what's inside without opening those boxes in this sort of storage area. And roaming the various aisles that you're not sure how many from this angle, but you can at least make out 4 or 5. There are guards, of course, patrolling the area.
Mhm.
2 are in front of you at the moment, many, 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 many feet away from you, conversing about uh, the guard on the left's uh, child's birthday. And the guy on the right is just congratulating them. One of the guards walking past the situation looks very much on edge as you kind of look him up and down. It seems as though he's thankfully not armed yet, but he has a pistol on his right hand side, and fingers are just kind of fidgeting. Um, Causing the 2 that are having a conversation to stop briefly to yell at him to uh, keep his hand off of the handle of his gun for like 2 seconds. Um, and then you see another individual sitting further in towards what looks like it's the actual entrance into the like main lobby of this building, and he's just
Mhm.
there with a chair, and it looks like a magazine that he's just reading and flipping through.
Mhm.
And that's what you see current.
We don't want to go through the main lobby because that would raise suspicions if they're like, "What are you sneaking around for?" Um.
Guards.
I just heard the tail end of alerting the guards.
Colonel.
You also have a bunch of unconscious guardsmen that all have uniforms if you decided that your mindset was on Agent 47. But that's
That's a good
clearly
idea.
up to you.
That's a better idea than what I was going to do. Let's go with Agent 47.
Agent 47?
Yeah.
All right. So, if that is the route that you are intent on taking, um, at this particular moment, I will need from you
Mhm.
we're gonna roll two separate things, yeah?
Mhm.
They are just going to be the regular 2d6. Um, you're gonna give me passion,
Mhm.
and I'm going to roll for you focus.
Here's passion. A 9.
Excellent. Just gonna call this one birthday guard.
Birthday girl.
Birthday guard.
Good old birthday guard. Birthday guard has no focus. Okay.
Yeah, it's as soon as I said Hoshiko.
Hmm?
Gonna roll again for birthday guard and not Hoshiko.
Excuse me?
You know what? Screw it. Screw it, birthday guard. I don't need you. I don't need your sass. And I don't need you dumb little face, birthday guard. We're fine here. I'll see myself out, thank you. We're gonna go with that 3. So, as you're walking through, um, it is a very clunky get up to get on, and the other 2 are not with you.
Mhm.
Uh, what do you instruct them to do as you're preparing yourself to try to just walk right through and pretend that you're one of the guards going to check on something?
Um,
If you're doing that at all.
I'd want to say I'd want them to also put on guardsman uniforms, but I don't know if I can trust them to look professional.
Um,
Um,
Otto outright refuses. You see as he takes note of the direction you're going with, which is um the element of some form of disguise. He
Mhm.
has brought over a pallet roller. He's put himself in a box, and his last words to you before getting inside and sealing it back up: "Do something with this."
Alright.
That is the last you hear from the box, formerly known as Otto.
Kasha's gonna like smack her head like, God damn it. Okay. Okay. Um Kasha will probably take this as like oh, she's moving a piece of equipment for something. So using the crap, what you call it again? The name's on the tip of my
The
tongue.
pallet roller?
There you go, pallet roller. I don't know why I always forget that name. Um,
Because it doesn't really exist. I just made it up because I don't know what the hell that thing is called and I refuse to
I
remember.
no, I think that is what it's called as a pallet roller. Hold on, now I'm gonna
Is
look it
it?
up.
Because I just had an experience rolling
Yep.
through a Costco not too long ago, and I was like, "That's a pallet roller. That's what that
I
thing is."
Pallet jack.
I
Or-
yes. I don't know why I just googled pallet roller and I got an Undertale AU character. What the fuck?
Hmm.
Ah, yes, pallet roller. I remember
the
that character.
That's
This
my favorite Undertale side character.
Anyway, so yeah, Kasha would start to wheel the pallet jack and looks to Sam, and it's like, you stay here and let me know if any of them start to leave this room. Got it?
He remembers that he has to breathe in order to respond to you, and so he takes a very long breath. Got it.
You
Uh,
can breathe, buddy. Breathe.
He looks almost ashamed of the fact that he didn't realize it. It's like, yeah, I knew that. I knew that. Sorry.
Oh
Just
my
trying to
God.
remain stealth. You know, I don't want them to see all of this. And he's just like motioning to himself and is just trying to pat away the embarrassment. Um,
Oh God, I love Sam. Okay. So Kasha's gonna start wheeling the pallet roller outside of the room.
okay. Towards the other individual that was with you, uh, the suit and the trench coat, he has done away with such. He has donned another guard suit with you. He has the it's one of those hats that just screams this is the hat of a guard type deal. It's
Mhm.
uh
The bray.
yeah, basically. It's like it's this very
Or no.
specific kind of beret, and
Yeah, I was gonna say a bray or a cap. I don't know. I actually don't know what those things would be called.
I think you mean like the beanies? Or you mean
Yeah.
like the
Actually, no.
kind of like baseball cap type deal, but
I was thinking a
for a
cop
guard.
hat.
Oh.
You know what? He
Oh,
can
yeah,
wear
yeah, I see.
whatever he wants.
So whatever was on the person was not wearing like something that was uniform friendly. It was mainly just their hat. It's not
Mhm.
this came with the uniform hat.
Yeah.
So it is in fact we're gonna say it's a beanie.
Mhm.
And so here is this man in this guard uniform that it doesn't entirely fit him. Um, it's a little snug, and he has a beanie and an ocean of hair behind him. Um,
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Oh,
he's just waving it back and forth in the air and doing this for a L'Oreal commercial. No. I would say that at this point in time, he looks to you with uh, there's no emotion besides mission focus on his facial features, and he is simply waiting for you to continue.
Mhm. Kasha's gonna continue on into the building.
So as you're rolling that pallet, and the reason for the roll previously, that we're just gonna handle it that way henceforth. It'll just say narrator and it won't say anybody. It'll just say narrator unless I drag a body in.
Mhm.
Um you managed to get through the birthday guard is showing pictures on his phone to the other guard, uh which is then coupled by a cacophony of ahs and oohs. Um, they see you roll up with the box, with the power roller in the box, and they look to you for a second. Uh, I need you to give me a name for what you think is on that tag.
On the box?
No, not on the box, on your name tag. Just give me your most basic generic name that you can possibly think of, and just assume whatever the gender might be.
Gary.
Excellent. Excellent. Yes.
Meow. Very meow.
Oh,
Meow. Meow, get the fuck out the way.
Gary?
Oh yeah, hey man, how's it been? Haven't seen you in a while.
I mean, we saw each other like 20 minutes ago. What are you doing back here? Aren't you supposed to be guarding the entrance?
Yeah, I just I had to come get this. I had to come get this pallet. It's got some really important documents that
I am so glad you rolled a 9. I'm so glad. It is a shame that they are not the brightest bunch with
cards. They're
that
not
roll.
supposed to be smart.
It is. Look, one of them went and got a bunch of degrees and a bunch of things that make them super important, and they're working as a guard here, and that's their life right now.
And all of a sudden,
I
all their training went out the window.
out the gosh darn window. So they kind of look to each other. Okay, it was like a last minute text from the boss.
Oh yeah, yeah. He saw me. He saw me standing out by the door, and he just said, get back to work, all that jazz. And he just needs me to take this to his office real quick. You don't got to worry about it. Don't bother asking him. He's a busy man. Just trust me.
All right, does they kind of just shrug? Yes.
Kasha's like quivering in her boots, like, oh my fucking god.
So as you're going through and you get past them, as they continue on with their conversation, getting back into the phone and showing pictures of the birthday, you hear the sounds of what seems like kids at like a water park or whatever the case may be.
Mhm.
You're about to walk up or walk through the way to the entrance, and you are stopped. It's just going to be, this is the theme of this session is just hands on shoulders. A hand is on your shoulder, as you and Harold, which is the other name tag for the would-be bruiser-looking guy behind you, who is long-haired beanie style, just kind of looking over to this guy. You see the fidgety man with his hand always on the gun, or the handle of his gun.
Mhm.
Gary?
Hey man, what's up?
Uh, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm just taking some papers to the boss's room. Why? What's up?
You see anything out there? You know, hear things like moving, like tires screeching, anything like that?
No, 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 no. I haven't heard or seen anything like that.
Oh, moving around. I swear, no one believes me. None of the others believe me, but I swear I saw like a. Okay, I'm going to sound crazy. A robot spider or something. And it just, I saw it, and then it scuttled into a vent.
What's his name again? I already forgot.
This guy?
Yeah.
Well,
Like I got an idea in my head of what I want to say. Like, I need to know his name for this.
this guy's name, at least when you look hurriedly at his name tag, is Ben.
Ben.
Mm-hmm.
Ben, I'm gonna be real with you, buddy. We talked about this. You need to stop drinking the classic Coca-Cola before you come into work on your shift. Okay?
I
Now
didn't.
go.
I swear. This time.
You
What?
saw robot spiders, buddy. Do you really think robot spiders are in the building?
I don't know. Maybe.
Why don't you do this? Do this, bud. Go get a nice cup of coffee, go take a break, go have a donut, and just relax.
Looks to you, and you are 100% gonna have to convince this paranoid man. Please give me passion.
What passion? What passion?
Oh,
Ghastly
passion.
Please,
girl
please,
boss.
dice, please, dice, please, please. 9.
That is tragic for this man.
Not for me.
Sweet merciful. So you've fully convinced this man of a lie, a
I
definite
see
lie.
things.
So yeah, he's just like, yeah, you're right. As he takes his hand off the gun, it's, I I just need to relax.
Yeah,
This job is stressful.
just go. It just yeah, I know it's very stressful, buddy. Just go relax, have a nice break, and you know what? Hey, why don't you take something out of the vending machine? It's on my dime tonight. Okay?
Mean it?
Yeah, of course, bud. I always got you.
All right. Thanks, Gary.
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl
Girl
boss.
boss.
Gary boss.
I feel so bad now.
I feel horrible for this man.
Now you've gaslit him so much.
I love this.
Man, Gosh has got some stories for the guys when they meet up again.
Well, the story hasn't ended yet because as you're going through and you've passed all these wonderful people checkpoints and you've got the box rattling around, you take note of something as you were, just scuttling by. You see out the corner of your eye that there is yet another little mechanical spider crawling up out of a vent along the ceiling, and you see it pierce a hole into one of the boxes, and you see it pilfering through what looks to be um, basically a bunch of uh, mechanical parts,
Mhm.
and it's just scooping them up into what looks like this web that's not like uh it's not organic. It's a very very artificial looking web, and it comes and it's like scooping them up into this metal net.
Mhm.
And as you're watching that happen for like a brief moment, i need to roll something. Uh, let us see here. Sweet Ben, I need you
Mhm.
focus.
Another focus.
Not you. You don't need to focus. Only
Oh,
Ben
okay.
for
Okay.
this moment. Okay, so this happens exactly how I thought it might. Ben sees this. He looks at it happening. He watches as it's all in the blink of like maybe 2 or 3 seconds. Spider comes out. Spider grabs stuff from the box. Spider then leaves back through the vent.
Gosh, just trying not to like move and anything, like, because she's like, oh my god.
You see this happening. He sees this happening. We're just gonna call him Harold for right now because that's his
Mhm.
only name on the tag, and he hasn't given his name or done anything that has like explained who he is besides um strange hitman looking guy A. I'm just gonna give him a random letter assigned to him.
Mhm.
Um so as the three of you see this, and then Ben looks back at you. Please,
Let's see if I can get
please
gaslight
tell
him
me.
again.
Please tell me you saw that.
But I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see anything. It's just a normal day here.
You better roll that passion right now.
Passion. More passion. More passion. 12.
No! You can't keep getting away with this.
he is like a person that has obviously felt like they've lost their mind and has come to like the realization that they've lost it. Just a head forward, out of his own person. He says nothing. He just walks shakily towards the entrance, takes a turn, and you hear the sound of a head banging against a vending machine.
It's all right, Ben. Walk it off.
Poison.
All you hear back is a groan.
Oh
Just a
my
groan of pain.
Oh my god. This is one of
That's
this is one of my best moments in D&D
This is the
history.
worst thing you've ever done, I think.
No. Outside of this, the worst thing I've ever done is in a previous campaign. I was a blind character, completely blind. Not a single one of my teammates could hit anybody. The blind one, mind you, nat 20s, pushes them all off of a ship, and one shot kills the entire fucking battle. This is
Wow.
great. This is great. This is my legacy now. Gaslight can keep girl boss forever.
I don't know if you want to be known for being a gaslighter.
I do for this instance.
I just feel bad. I feel like morally we have to put you down now.
Ben is just defeated. He's just been defeated.
Okay.
Oh my god.
As you're rolling the crate through, the guy sitting in the chair just kind of looks at you for a moment, like a brief moment of recognition.
Mhm.
And then he looks back at the magazine and continues flipping through it.
He's like, I got more important things to do.
Yeah, it's as you roll through, I don't even know if I want to do this. I don't
You
know.
ruined a man's life, Poison. He can't go home to his family anymore.
He's going to turn himself into an institution post haste. Because you've just convinced him that he's seeing mechanical spiders that don't exist.
I think this is like I think this is us
This-
becoming bad. This is we are the bad people now.
You guys aren't doing anything. I'm the one doing it.
Yeah, but we're on your team.
I know.
We're evil by approximation.
I know.
Hey, so you make your way into the main hall of the building, just chocked to the brim with cameras and guards rolling through the place. This looks like the area where most of them actually are, the more professional ones. And you face your biggest hurdle yet. Something so monumental, so crazy, it puts the dragon in the forest to shame. A pallet roller and stairs. That's right. And a set of stairs that come in threes. And at the top of those stairs are a plethora of, and I'm going to use this because I refuse to call them anything new that I have created out of whatever could be in the recesses of my mind. A bunch of why are you called that? I don't like that. I just don't. Can I get one thing that is just normal enough to make sense in this setting? Please. Please.
Nope.
Got ferrets on fire. We've got antelope that look like foxes. I'm so done. Yes, you know what? Absolutely. 100%. You have 2 trained deer dogs.
Hey.
Yep. This is look. We can't keep getting away with this. No one can, but right now we have to. Two trained deer dogs that are for intended purposes. I will give visual stimulation to all of you. I don't know what I could do for those in chat besides uh try and explain it. This is what they look like.
What the hell? They're adorable, but what the
That just feels like an incorrect Disney character, but what do I know?
Mm-hmm.
You see these deer antlered dogs of primarily brown fur, but very beige underbellies with a slight tan that offsets the darker brown. In security vests, uh, and they look like they're just not pleased with anyone that isn't supposed to be here. And
Mhm.
they're on high alert.
Yeah,
Meat
we're gonna
alert?
ruin this.
This is great.
I don't think I know what you're gonna do, bud, and I don't, and I'm here for it. Yes, I knew it. I fucking knew it. I
Knew it was coming.
You can't.
That's what
You can't
that's what
tell me
Kasha's gonna look like at this dog. Like, don't snitch on me. Don't rat me out.
It's I can't. I want to. I just can't. Okay.
Sorry. Not sorry.
I love this. I love this. We're just gonna call this something that's nice. So let me make the name for this real quick. Make more sense. Let me save those wonderful changes. I will break you in half. Go to the thing that I intended. Don't mind me.
No, you're good.
Go. Perfect. I am fine with this. Everything is fine here.
Of course.
Okay. So
Are you lying to us, Sakura?
I would never.
Is everything truly okay?
Next question. Next question. So you're here at the base of this stairwell leading up towards what you can only assume is the direction that you need to go, at least for the office of the temporary mayor, as one might say.
Mhm.
And you're not sure where the vaults might be, as you're not currently looking at any map, but there is in fact a few on walls, just in like the main area for ease of access for people trying to get one way or another in City Hall at the hours that they're supposed to be here.
Mhm.
Do you look at that?
Yes.
Okay. So just from that, you see that the area with the vault probably not on the map. Why would anybody need to know where a vault is in City Hall on the map?
Mhm.
However, you see that the office for the mayor is on the third floor of this building. It's a big City Hall building.
Mhm.
There are a myriad of other areas, but as to where that vault might be, the only way that you would find it is by just searching or asking. And you are still with a pallet roller and a box intended for stairs.
Oh shit! No, come back. That.
How do you go about any of this going forward? Off to your side, you can just see that Ben has gone to a full breakdown. He is crying in front of a vending machine.
I feel horrible for this man.
The other guys are trying to like cheer him up and pull him away from the vending machine, and he's a sobbing mess.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what are you doing?
Kasha's. Oh, I feel like oh, not that I feel. I know if like Kasha went up and asked somebody like, "Hey, you know, I kind of forgot where the vault is. I gotta take this down there." It would raise a little bit of suspicion.
Mhm.
But I feel like it would be more suspicious to just start wandering around. So,
How you want to play this?
ooh, I think okay, Kasha's gonna go up to one of the guards and it's gonna be like, you know, hey, I gotta take this pallet down to the vault. Do you think you can mind walking me down there? I can't really see over top of the box, and I kind of don't want to run into anybody. Or, you know, take out some kneecaps here and there.
I mean, yeah. What you said? What's in there again?
It's some documents the mayor had to stamp. He doesn't need anyone seeing them. Kind of hush hush details.
Oh, okay. Uh, yeah. I mean, I suppose I could take you down there. Yeah. Write this as he's about to say this way. Uh,
Please not another spider.
don't worry, that's coming. But this is
Oh
not
no.
that. um. So, as you're going about this, you see a dog, one of the deer dogs,
Mhm.
rolls up next to the pallet, specifically next to the box. It's casually sniffing around. It's looking for something. It doesn't know what, but it's looking around for something and just casually sniffing around the area.
Mhm.
Its nose is just scuttling closer and closer towards the box as the center target.
How do I divert a dog attention?
As you think on this, he's trying to kind of push through with yeah. It's right this way. If you can, what is what is it, girl? As he looks down to the deer dog,
Mhm.
she isn't barking yet. She's still smelling around for something. You have the briefest of windows before she finds whatever is her intended target. You have the ability to just let it play out and see where it goes from there.
Yeah.
You do see out the corner of your eye that there is a very careful, uh, not to be seen from anyone else. It's only because you're looking in that direction that you see that there is a sort of death glare from not Harold, uh, prepared to violently kill everyone in this building
Oh
should that
my
dog smell
god.
that box.
Oh my god.
You
Uh,
get that sensation from his viewpoint.
Kasha really quickly is gonna do like the cutting of the you know like the motion of like cutting around the neck of like don't do it, no, cease and desist. Um uh oh I'm trying to think. You see, I could either let it happen. The dog comes to the box, smells it, we get ratted out. Uh, could possibly distract the dog with something. Oh, that's actually a good idea.
Okay.
Okay, now that'll distract the dog. Um. Now I'm looking at what I can do.
What do you feel is in your wheelhouse?
Now here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
For metal bindings, because I can catch someone's limb and metal. I control them. Can I like use the like in the sense of metal bindings? Like if they're wearing, say, a ring or a bracelet, I can control their hand or something.
I would say it takes a lot of focus to do it. But yes,
Okay.
that's something you could attempt to do.
Lord forgive me for what I'm about to. I want to like Tasha's gonna look over at somebody and notice that like their whole arm is just covered in jewelry and rings and all that.
Mhm.
They're gonna make that person's hand just swing and smack the nearest person in the face.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, I like this. I like this idea.
Guess
I love it.
He started
Well,
the fight. It wasn't me, I swear.
What?
so give me two things.
Mm-hmm.
First one is creativity, and second
Mhm.
one is focus.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so first one, creativity.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
A 10.
Perfect.
And then a focus. A
A
10 again.
You
Uh,
can't keep getting away with this.
Chat, this isn't rigged. You're seeing it live. I can't get away with this.
Nothing
I
but
don't
nat 20.
understand.
Poison,
I
how the
don't-
fuck?
What? Okay, so unfortunately for Ben, this is not the end of his night. It's just not. It's not his night either. So the person who was comforting him and trying to get him from the vending machine is talking him down,
No.
trying to no, this
Not
is
bad.
playing out. So you manage to very subtly cause the just jewelry decked out side of their left hand that's over here comforting Ben to lash out violently and smack him across the face, sending him reeling back into the vending machine with a thud, and he falls over.
Oh my god. I'm a monster.
What have you done?
You're the bad guy, man.
Oh my god.
Two other guards rush over to break up a fight that's already been broken up. The guard who did it is looking at their hand, confused and horrified. They are reaching down, being pulled back from Ben, who's on the ground, both hands on his nose. He is in immense pain.
What have you done?
He is, oh, he's being picked up and carried away by one of the other guards. And the dog has rushed over.
I'm gonna pee.
Has rushed over. And so too has the other guard following up with the dog.
Unbelievable.
Do you try
Oh my
to get him back? Do you do that in the midst of this confusion?
I'm just going to the vault. I'm no longer associating with Ben. I feel horrible. I just want to get to the vault.
You can just give me focus to see if you can just find your way to the vault.
God. You said roll a focus.
Yes, yes. Harold to your side just gives you a solid
For once, I
that
failed.
chaos.
A 5.
Oh my gosh. Honestly, in the midst of the immediate guilt that you no, actually, hold on. Put guilt in the tab for your
I got guilt. You want me to roll focus again?
No, you don't have to roll focus once more. I will roll for Harold as you are in the midst of just looking on as this whole ordeal plays out.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry, Ben. Kasha's gonna have to get Ben like a basket of fruit, being like, "I'm so sorry." I'll pay for your
Fantastic.
retirement.
This is the
Sign
best.
Greg.
This is the best ever. I just holy shoot.
The worst thing you've done to people.
How did you how?
I don't know. I don't know. Don't ask me how. I gaslit, gatekeep, girl boss this man twice, and I proceeded to get him smacked.
The thing is that you know,
SMH.
it's just I didn't even know it was wild.
I feel so bad for Ben. He's having the worst
You know
day of his
what?
life.
This is not his night. Just isn't his night. Not the
No,
night
it
of Ben.
ain't.
How you
Good
you
grief.
sleep at night.
Like a baby, Coco.
Oh no!
Let me roll for Harold. Good grief. So he's going to look. Oh. I feel like I now need to ask the question. I didn't even know I needed to ask this question, but is this something that Kasha would absolutely laugh at? Just trying to stifle
Mm-hmm. Oh, she
immediate
would.
laughter.
She would. She would be like trying not. She'd be like the first time she gaslit him. She'd be like, this stupid idiot." The second time, she's like, "Oh my god, he really is an idiot." She gets this man slapped. And she's like trying not to cry. She's laughing so hard.
Oh. All right. So as you are trying the best you possibly can not to just die laughing on the spot,
Mhm.
in the midst of that, pulling you away from yourself in this regard, Harold shifts your focus over to a room, um, and motions for you to follow him.
Mhm. Gives like Kasha gives like that shaky thumbs up and starts following. Like a hand clasp over the mouth, trying not to make noise.
There is now an ambulance at the front entrance of this building for
Oh my god, Ben, I'm so sorry.
too late. It's so very late to apologize. As that happens and you're led through a series of like turns till you get to this door, the door opens and inside you can see a myriad of boxes similar to the one that Otto is in currently. And you see on the side of it that it has storage, just sort of like written in as to indicate what this room is. Um, as you walk into it, you manage to glide down a ramp section for boxes, much like the one that you're currently pushing around. And as you get to the base, this ground floor in this basement, or this storage room basement, you see the vault in question. It's not really in plain sight. It's obscured by a bunch of other boxes and pushed to the very back of the room, just kind of hidden in the foliage of clutter that's this room. As you're recomposing yourself, Harold goes to move away most of the clutter, very carefully and tactfully moving things so that only the container is there. And you see as he goes over to the box that was previously sealed by Otto that he's still currently in, he pries it open, just rips the thing open to a surprise Otto and tosses in the container, landing on Otto with a grunt and an oof. He then ensures that the box is safe, currently trampled onto Otto, and then closes the box back up, sealing it with, as opposed to tape, in this room that is a bit of a fire hazard, because there's no fire alarm around, nor are there any sprinklers. It's very bad in this particular area. He goes about doing something that would normally be super bad in a place like this. His finger starts to glow, sort of in a burning hot manner, and you see as he makes this fist that encompasses that glow. And then as he retracts that finger once more, he seals the box over with just a bit of flame so that it's basically welded to an extent. At this point in time, he looks to you because it's still your show. Crazy show that it might be. It's still very much your show. You have what you came for.
Yes.
At this particular point in time, what do you do?
Gosh, she like does like one of those to like conduct herself, and it's like, okay, we got what we came for. Now let's get the hell out of here before I give I give Ben another reason to quit this job.
I mean, you still could. There is also that side thing from the Man in the Wooden Mask that you still have the potential to do
That is true.
if you break away right now.
Yeah, let's do my other task quickly, and then get the heck out of here.
If you're doing this, do you do it alone and simply send a herald and a now sealed in Otto back out the way that you came?
Yes. I'm gonna have them go back to the car with Sam, and await further instructions.
He stands in what you would assume would follow with a salute, and he begins pushing in a less careful way Otto, jangling with the careful material on his person in the box, up the ramp, through the doors, and as you're following in lockstep right up until the massive stairwell, you see that he carries on forward back out the way towards the loading dock, and we're just not going to get into what's
Mhm.
happening right now for Ben. We're just not going to do that. Just you're putting it out of your brain right now. You
Mhm.
you don't hear the paramedics trying to figure out what happened to him. You don't hear him cursing metal spiders. You don't hear any of that. You hear none of
Mhm.
it.
Mhm.
You are focused. Uh, you make your way up. You take a turn for the next stairwell towards the third floor. And as you're getting there, uh, guard calls out to you, "Hey, what are you
Oh.
doing?"
Oh, I wanted to go check up on Ben, but I'm sorry. I would not be able to control my laughter. What the hell happened? I told him go to the vending machine, get a snack. It was on me, and the next thing I know, he just got pimp slapped. Caution breaks at
Honestly,
the end.
dear me, he looks on to you and he looks back at what's going on down there. I just don't know. They they had such a peaceful. They worked together all the time. I've never seen them have a fight like that ever before.
Neither have I, man. But oh man, that was just funny. I was I was just going to the front to go on to go on duty, and then just dead silent. I just hear slap.
Just I don't know why Rebecca would hit him like that. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I don't know, man. Maybe fuck.
He's trying not to catch the overly contagious laughter from you about the situation because to everyone down there, it is a traumatic experience.
It
Ben
does. It's
has,
a great
has
thing.
apparently Ben is a valued member of this guard force, and
Mhm.
everything that's happened is just has everybody on alert. Um, the, the paramedics have left with Ben in tow. uh Rebecca is running out after them to explain. Um People are just those who are down there that are just shocked by the whole debacle are just they're stunned. The guy that was reading the magazine had stopped for a brief moment and was just silently laughing, full tilt. There's no
Mhm.
hint of remorse in his heart towards what just happened. Um the guy up here with you, who has two deer dogs in tow, is just
Mhm.
kind of keeping himself as maintained as he possibly can. Uh,
Mhm.
okay, well, I get that. I get wanting to be away from him, but you, where are you stationed exactly around here?
Oh
Gary.
yeah, it's me, Gary, the man, Gary.
You look different. I can't tell what it is. Something. You change your hair?
Yeah,
Your hair?
yeah, yeah. I decided to let it out a little bit. The chicks nowadays dig guys with long hair.
I get. Hmm. Really?
Dude, totally. Like, haven't you ever? Listen, if you don't believe me, go ask Rebecca when this whole ordeal is over, and she'll tell you the in style for guys right now is the beach locks, long hair tied up in a bun, waving in the wind. It's all the rave right now.
Isn't it a lot to maintain, though?
Nah, not really. Just a couple brushes here and there, a lot of conditioner. It's not as bad as you think.
Huh. I might try that. As you see,
Yeah.
this man has nowhere
I am.
near the hair necessary.
I thought you were gonna
So the
say, are you
implication,
bald?
he absolutely is. There's no hat on. There's no, besides his uniform, there's nothing covering his bare, naked scalp.
I can see the
Besides his
reflection in his
thoughts and
forehead.
dreams. You absolutely can. Been hearing that there's this new growth formula going around. I might try that.
Yeah, you should totally do it, man. You'll get all the ladies or guys, whatever you're into. I do not judge.
As you're saying that, and you're trying to really sell this, just give me creativity.
Let's see. 13.
I don't, you know what, quit. Quit.
Yes, I've broken another DM.
I quit. This is done. It's fine. I don't care anymore. When will your lies stop? When will your lies stop? Okay.
When will you learn?
That your
This is the
actions have
last
consequences.
strangest avatar moment I can ever attribute to anything at all.
No, this is so
I don't
on
think,
par with
I don't
Avatar
think this
right
is
now.
intended for God. I don't think. I think our Lord Savior is not.
Okay. So yeah, you you sell this idea in this man, and he's already like he's distracted entirely by the idea of going through various forms of hair formula to get the locks that you have. The dogs just look at you, curious as to what is going on, and you make your way heading off towards the mayor's office.
This is one of the greatest moments of my life.
Sweet, sweet merciful.
Lord above.
Yes. Okay. So, you are in here with all these various knickknacks that are kind of like splayed around. You see in the center, there's a table with what you can only imagine to be a replica of the city, just in its entirety.
Mhm.
You see there is a very nice looking desk that is made up and like comprised of solidified and stylized coral, like a just fully decked out coral desk.
Mhm.
On it is a picture of the mayor, the previous mayor at least, and his wife, and then a new mayor, a temporary mayor that has taken hold here. A man that I will simply show you rather than tell you, uh, for purposes that don't need to be named but shown. Let me move this over here. So, you see a picture of this gentleman right here. Exactly as it looks, he is in a white uh, tuxedo of sorts with a
Mhm.
black bow tie, a similarly fashioned and colored coordinated hat, a top hat,
Mhm.
long flowing hair, and a mustache that would have better purpose somewhere in an old Western format.
Mhm.
Um, in front, or rather behind all of that, and in the center of the desk, is a computer. Not super high tech, not low tech, just somewhere in the middle. It's just a
Mhm.
regular computer.
It's a basic Dell.
Mhm.
I was about to say a pre-built Dell, like $200.
It's got a black monitor. It's got a sort of chromish looking desktop tower. It's as basic can come.
Mhm.
And you see that there is on the top right corner of the screen a sticky note with the password to the
Mhm.
computer.
Swear to God, the password is password. The silence
And
says it
listen,
all.
in the list of things that you could have assumed, you assumed right.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
No, like this.
It's basically in the same format. It is, in fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't tell you that was necessary, but you see that underneath that, the words "change this password as soon as possible" are written and emboldened. Can you try it?
Yes, I try it.
It opens up the computer. Uh, as you open this computer up, you see a plethora of documents. Did you bring, all this was going down, did you bring any form of USB drives
Yes.
or anything like that? Yeah, you did? Okay. Um, yeah, you see a bunch of varying documents. You weren't really given specifics. You were just told to take whatever was on there, anything,
Mhm.
everything, and put it in the drive. So now I got to ask you something that's super duper boring to ask anyone.
Mhm.
How much space is on that USB?
2 terabytes. I
Oh,
come
what?
prepared.
Oh
Whoa there.
gosh.
Whoa.
I,
What?
Jeez. Hold
I
on.
come,
That's
I
not
come
a USB,
prepared.
that's a hard drive.
No,
You got a
that's a USB. That's a
portable
USB.
storage disk, bitch. What the
No,
fuck?
that's a USB. No.
What do you mean that's a USB? What USB you got? Bitch, where do I find it?
On Amazon, apparently.
Ah,
Yeah.
damn.
No, I'll go more realistically, and I'll say like 512. That's the largest I've ever seen a USB. I should say I've ever held. That's the largest I've ever held.
Okay. So besides the My Book that you tried to sell me before, this makes much more sense. I would
What
say
you're trying
that,
to
yeah.
convince us that they had a USB the size of my whole computer.
I've definitely seen 2 terabyte
Hold on, I'm actually gonna look that up.
USBs.
Hang on, I gotta
That
look
is a
that up
thing.
now.
It's less USB and more like what are they called? What are they
Oh my
called?
God, there is 2
Yeah,
terabyte thumb drives.
SSD drives that don't make any sense as to why you can store that much space on them, and they
Yeah,
look
but
like they
that's
fit
an
in the palm of your
SSD and
hand.
not a USB.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
look like a USB to me.
They're not the
Good
same
grief.
though. Shake, shake.
Shake your body, shake it all the
So,
time.
as you plug this USB in, you take everything listed in documents. You scour through for anything that looks like it was hidden in several folders.
Mhm.
That isn't just very obvious smut that has been hidden poorly.
Mhm.
They're definitely not porn folder.
Yes.
The homework folder.
Homework.
I mean, you could be researching something. You never know.
Exactly.
Artists gotta eat, and they need materials sometimes. But, uh, so as you're doing this, you see a silhouette behind you, just cascading from the light of the window that shows off the city at large behind you. Um, Descending down very spider-like is that strange scientist woman as she looks in from the outside of the window.
Mhm.
Um, at this particular moment in time, you've already taken everything off of the computer prior to seeing the silhouette. But do you turn to see her, or do you simply acknowledge that yet again she's just doing some creepy stuff and pay her no mind and walk out of the room?
Kasha's gonna like slightly turn her head, but she's not gonna look away from the computer, and then gonna like walk away to be like, I know you're there. You're not being sneaky, but I'm choosing to ignore you.
Okay. All right. Uh, so you cautiously just kind of look in the direction to let her know, or do you actually like full on like turn to your right a little bit to see her?
Like say like my whole body is facing forward. I just turn my head a little bit to the right to like acknowledge that she's there.
Okay. And so as you do so and you exit the room, the silhouette remains right up until you go to open the door and close the door behind you.
Hmm.
Um, as this takes place and transpires, you hear the sound of an alarm going off.
Oh shit.
Sirens blaring around the building. Um, you see that the dogs are barking very loudly at this point in time. Um, one of them has descended down the various stairs, racing towards one of the entrances to the place. Um, many of the guards are currently down there, and few are moving from room to room in this building.
Hmm.
You see a familiar face in the birthday guard from before as he runs by and he looks you over. Gary,
Yo, man, what's up? What's happening? Don't laugh at
no
me.
time to
Go
be
go.
hip, Gary. It's no time to be hip. Somebody, somebody broke in.
Oh shit! I'm on my way. Hold on.
Um, did you see anything? Have you? Where were you just now?
Okay, but don't get mad at me. I was kind of in the bathroom crying because of what just happened to Ben. I had to get that out.
Why would you? Why would you ever? What?
The
You're
man
laughing
got
at that man?
the man got pimp slapped right in front of me. What did you expect me to do?
I can't even get into this right now. I can't get in this with you right now. You of all people, Gary, you are the one with the bleeding heart. I can't believe this. I can't see this coming out of you. But
Listen, man. Nothing exciting ever happens around here, and one of my best friends gets smacked in front of me. You gotta laugh at the homies getting smacked.
he stops for a moment and he just keeps himself utterly calm. That's it's not the point right now. As you see a smile kind of shrug itself off of his face. It happened in the storage room, so we're all going there. Okay, just follow me.
Yeah, I'm on my way.
As you say. For the second time as he's rushing down there, expecting you're behind him.
Mhm.
You know, you're gonna have to give me it because he's expecting a series of footsteps to be following behind him, and there aren't any because you're heading for a direction
A
that no
different
one else
direction.
is
Yep.
going at the moment.
Nope.
Yeah, so give me focus.
Come on, baby. 7.
Okay. So,
I
as you stumble through many people and you give the same song and dance to at least 3 other guards about how you're right behind them and we're all going to the storage room. Um, eventually, one of them just turns around to look for you specifically, and as you're kind of heading out the way towards the basically the entrance to the loading dock, says, "Hey, what the hell are you doing?" And he is about to start giving chase. Um, as you're leaping off of the platform and heading towards the area where the car is. Uh, I would say he gets roughly outside and is chasing you down to a point where at this point he would definitely see specifically just you, uh overturned pallet pusher and a box missing a person, a van uh far off ahead of you, and then nothing as you see his head go spiraling down to the ground. um Off to the side is no longer Harold, uh, but instead that gentleman, that gentle hitman in a trench coat. As you see something of a lace of fire along a wire of sorts, uh, singe it off as if it just disconnected from his body. Body goes limp. Uh, no blood profusely spurts from the neck or the head. And he very quickly sort of hefts and throws the body, kicking over the head to act as the counterpiece to it, into the bin, closing it subtly, as subtly as one can in doing this. And he looks to you, waiting for you to continue rushing towards the van.
Kasha's kind of dumbfounded and like in awe, like, you know, mouth open, eyes wide, like, oh, gets in the van, looks at not Harold. I told you, do not kill anybody, man. It would have been fine. Just, you know what? Just fucking, just drive before more cops get here. Go.
You hear from the front end with Sam, "I am driving now. Please remain
buckle
seated."
Please keep all arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times.
Running on what can only be a hope and a dream, tires spin out and the vehicle begins leaving and fleeing the scene. Um, at this particular moment in time, Otto, who is in the passenger side seat, kind of shoves and moves Sam out of the way as you have a few cop cars kind of rushing behind you. And what ensues is a chase. A chase that doesn't last long, but remains enough to remind you that the people that you are currently in the company of have been doing this so much that it is second nature. As you see a discouraged Sam look to the actual wheelman, which is Otto, as the lot of you make your way from a utterly destroyed van that is now somewhere in the river across a bridge that we have seen once before. And at this point in time, you are making moves towards the warehouse, or the factory, I should say, that leads into the abandoned mine. This particular moment, we shift sights once more as all of this was happening. We move back to a dragon that, as we come back around to this, is now going out of its way to remind the what is it? Four of you? Yes. The four of you being Yuka, Bowen, Hoshiko, and the Avatar,
Mm.
that he is not here in any way, shape, or form to eat the lot of you, which is a relief in its own right.
X to them.
This is the fifth time he said it, as maybe one or two of you didn't believe him the first couple of times, as
No.
he loomed forward and his head sort of stretched out in a horrifying, never-ending story, dragon kind of way.
No.
Oh yeah, I had to draw that visual so that you could be just as horrified as I was when I painted it. That being said,
Do
as
this to
he
him.
looks to the lot of you, I simply wanted to find the source of this wonderful smell that caught my senses. So happened to see the lot of you. What are you? As he pokes, I would say probably Bowen, as maybe you're still in your armor, just on the defensive, just in case he's absolutely lying and just trying to wait or toy with you until he eats you. Whatever your mind is concocting at the moment, that allows you to keep that armor on. As he's just kind of poking Bowen, still fully decked out in earthen armor.
Breaks my armor from poking it.
Yeah, just clatters to
Whoa.
the ground. Strange fleshy creatures.
So what am I? I'm a human.
Are you?
As he kind of, his head reaches upwards and his wings expand for a second. Excitement just kind of indicating itself on his ancient draconic body. It has been so long since I have seen a human. Forgot what you were called for a moment.
I look at the avatar to make sure it's okay to be talking to him. We were told not to talk, not to do anything. Not to talk to him.
So, and sort of like when a camera pans to a person who's it just kind of just as baffled as the rest of the audience kind of deal going on. She looks to you. She looks back to it. She just kind of subtly shakes her head. Yeah.
Yeah. Did I smell the tree also? Did I notice that there was a
Yeah.
citrus smell? Okay. And I
All three of you. It was the most potent to Hoshiko.
well, there's a tree that was well scented, but turns out it's a living tree. Could go ask it if it was the source or knows the source, if that is what you're referring to.
Thank you, young one. And his body lumbers for a moment towards this massive tree that is the only thing bigger than him in this this forest floor at the moment. And as he examines it, it is very purposely hiding all of its mushrooms at the moment. There's not one to be seen in the grove of mushrooms that surround it, that I will very briefly show to all of you before we get towards our ending. Oh no, I forgot to preload this. I
no.
apologize if it takes forever.
Oh no.
I apologize. Last one, I promise, I swear. Super swearsies.
Super.
Just let me know when everybody can see it. I just want to show it because that's where we're going to be coming back. As far as the three of you are concerned, and then we'll be going back to the abandoned mine that I'm making an actual abandoned mine and not just a bunch of rocky outcroppings
Said
and
I
a dream.
said I don't own a token on this map or whatever.
You know what? We're not gonna do that here. We're not doing that here, game.
Not doing that today.
Not today.
I'm just seeing a black scrub. Never mind, there I am.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, hey, that's a bunch of
Whoa.
noise.
Oh,
God.
hello noise that chat can't hear. Don't worry, chat. It's just a bunch of bird noises. Quick, Coco, imitate the noises for them.
Beep boof.
Uh,
Sorry,
let me
quick
just-
question. How much of that whole ordeal did you hear?
I don't know what you're talking about. I was totally awake the entire time and wasn't cuddling with Peach on my bed.
No, Tori, you missed me gaslight
Uh,
gatekeeping girl.
Oh no, I
bossing
definitely
a
heard
guard.
I definitely heard that a couple times in whatever dream I was having, and you're laughing. But that was about it.
Yes. It was so good.
Thank you, Coco. Perfect
She
noises.
ruined that guy named
It
Ben's
was so-
entire
I heard about something
career.
about someone getting bitch slapped.
I gotta get
yeah.
a bitch
Also
slap.
Ben.
I felt horrible about that, but you know what? It was
Oh, I
fine.
just witnessed.
Oh, my music.
She gaslighted Ben into definitely not seeing things.
It was horrifyingly wonderful to experience.
I will
It was an
never be as
awful
good as it
thing.
was. I will
Oh.
never be as good as I was that right then.
You never know. You could have it again. You could have it again. It could happen to anyone.
That is
Um,
true.
So, all of the various mushrooms surrounding this tree.
No, not more mushrooms.
No. Don't worry. It's not.
Thanks.
It's not.
Mushroom
What the
thanks.
hell?
Don't worry
Thank
about that.
Well,
All the trees in this general area, right over there, and the mushrooms themselves have kind of made themselves scarce. So it's just the giant oak tree itself, nothing else around it.
Mm-hmm.
And as the dragon begins to examine this tree, it is sweating sap at the moment. The Avatar, as you're all kind of just watching this happen, just kind of softly utters to the lot of you, "We need to leave. Just go, okay? Just get out of here."
All in the way. Coco, you gotta respond. Not give chat bird noises.
What's happening? Oh my god, I was busy brain noising.
The Avatar whispered we should go.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I got you. No problem. I'm good to go. I don't want to be
I love
here.
that. So as you guys make your way through the forest, following in lockstep with the Avatar, you eventually find yourselves at what looks to be like a sort of cottage. And I'll move you there so you know what I'm talking about. You've already seen it though. You're looking at the building at large. It's lovely inside. Before we get into all of you walking into there, we will end it right here.
Bum bum bum.
We don't have the cliffhanger this one. This one is cliffhanger. It's just the end. It's just the end for this. Nothing tragic is about to happen. Well,
Oh,
Sorry, Ben. Sorry, Ben.
something tragic already happened.
not
I
Uncle
should say.
Ben.
It was someone's uncle. He is no
So-
longer.
Just gonna see.
Have
I-
Well, anyways,
at one
chat.
point,
I see you. Oh, yeah.
Gotcha has to give her a basket.
Goodbye, chat.
Bye, chat.
Bye, chat.
Gaslight
Goodbye.